What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Kermit the Killer. I decided to, before I head off this morning, to try and throw on some randomized Final Fantasy 7. I lost my progress last time. Let's see how this goes. Sometimes, when you start messing with too much, it does this right here. So let's give it one more shot. Let's see here. Yeah, and you can see it's jacked up. So the way to fix this is you got to re-randomize it, and that's just the long and short. One of the things I've found with one of the randomizers is that whenever I do it just doesn't work. So let's go up here. We're going to go to Goto, and it's whenever I go and mess with this balance auto tuning and add stronger enemies. I don't change the weapon data because that means like some guys like Cloud won't be able to carry a sword. I like Cloud carrying a sword, so I'm gonna keep that the way it is. I don't like not knowing what the item data is or what the attack data is. So armor data, it's like whatever. It's not make or break. Accessory data, same thing. Materia data is, because you don't know. You'll have like a cure spell, but it's actually doing ice damage, and that's just. I don't want to have to relearn every materia every time I play the game. Limit breaks, same thing. I want to keep the limit breaks where they are because I like the characters being still who they are. The character stats make them. There's always like the guy who ends up with like 12 health, and then you got to try and like drag him through, but he's level 47, so he doesn't gain a level until he's like umpteen level, umpteen way through the game, whatever. So we'll change the starting equipment too. I still don't know what RNG table exactly does, so why don't we leave that one alone. We'll do enemy rewards, enemy items, enemy attacks, only because sometimes you'll end up with enemies doing attacks that cause issues. Same thing with enemy parameters and model swaps. They cause issues with the game, not knowing. You'll have like a whole screen full of a Genova creature, and you can't see anything. And it just, I still want to make the game playable. So what you do is you click your apply changes, you go to outputs, and then you're going to copy these over. Let's see here. I want to leave this one open. Whatever, I'll do it the slow way. Go to Final Fantasy 7, you go to data. I forget which one I did. I think I did this one here. Oh, wrong one. We want to delete that. We need to go to kernel. The kernel one's easy because it's the same name both ways, right? But when we go back to the second one, scene.bin, that one, JR, that one actually goes in the battle folder, and it's the scene.bin. And you can even see, like, a good way to know you did it right is you'll see your updated date right here versus all the rest of them that are a different date. So, these are just some of the kinks I'm learning through myself. Let's see if it'll now let us start it up. Yep, no problem that time. So every time I do the health increase for the enemies to try and make it more difficult, it gives me trouble. I don't expect everyone to try that, but in case you do, you now know, hey, sometimes that doesn't work. I've seen other people have no problems with it, so it's individual, right? No, we're gonna use a new file. Oh man. The randomizer still has some work to go, right? So let's not get too upset about it. Enjoy your morning coffee. Feel free to visit this link to know about further steps you could take. GitHub. I mean, all credit to this guy who did this. I believe it's this Julian X Hawk X Hayu, whatever. All credit to him because I really enjoy it. Just sometimes they don't work. Let's give it one more reset, right? What I'll do is I'll open this in a different window. That way it's a little faster next time around. Back up. And see, this is the stuff you don't see in the background that I do before I start these videos up. We'll go back and do these. Apply changes. And what I might have to do is I might have to do this Goto right here and reset that one, this Goto F level, because I did change that this time around. I'm trying to change the items that are sitting in game, like on the ground, that haven't been changing. I did it again. Start using my keyboard commands instead of being lazy. All right, let's give it one more one more try this way and see how it goes. 10 minutes into the video, no gameplay. You're welcome. You could also like play a game that you already have started. We could try that, and sometimes that'll let you bypass it, and the rest of the items that you have will be. You know what? We're just gonna do this other one. We'll try to change it. I don't know if you have to copy those over. I need to read the README again. Let's see here. I'm not going to read everything for you guys. Yeah. Okay, so let's give it one more try. If it doesn't work, we'll go back to our original. And that's why you always want to make sure you're making a copy of the original stuff. So you'll have your input file, which is your original, and your output file. Okay, there's our output file. We can copy, and then we're going to hop back over to this folder, and it is actually data, and it's field. And that's why I think this is the ones on the ground that keep giving me the same items as we go through the game. All right, let's give it another shot. Crashed. Okay, so let's see if switching back to original fixes it, right? Oh. Press the wrong button. All right, let's see if we can start it up now. I tried playing some last night, but the wife was watching TV, and it was just all in the microphone, and it was just bad. So I deleted it. But that also meant that I progressed through the game we were playing, and so I decided to get rid of that. Okay, so there's an example of how some of the stuff just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? We tried it multiple times before we gave up on it, and yeah, it didn't work. Let's see, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock my time, So I have about an hour to play. We'll probably run this one about 45 minutes, get through, the first reactor, which I've become quite used to now, and maybe get to the materia point and maybe into the second reactor. We'll see what happens. This, because it's a movie file, it's a playing movie. It's very hard to get it sped up, or at least from my understanding, you really can't. Now I know on my emulated games, I could, but on using Seventh Heaven and using the Steam version, it doesn't work, unfortunately. Sorry, I know that's gross. It's early. Wife used perfume and it always gets me all jacked up here. Alright, let's see what we got. Classic train scene. You'll see where it switches from movie to gameplay. It's like right here. Oh, you son of a gun. I have had this happen before. Let me reset the seed one more time before we totally give up on it. Before I delete this video and, and call it a waste of time. Thought we were doing good there. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Blame my wife. Okay. Let's try one more again. Only problem is you got to wait through that whole movie just to find out that it's going to fail sometimes. That is frustrating. And the problem is that since we're trying to adjust our starting equipment, you really don't want to go back to a save, right? Because then your starting equipment hasn't changed at all. If we have to, we'll go try F level one more time and see if that fixes the problem. Officially 13 minutes 22 seconds, no gameplay. You're welcome. I think it just comes down to some of the randomization just conflicts with other stuff, and so it doesn't work. I mean, that's the long and short of it. It just conflicts. So one of these days they'll get it cleaned up, I imagine. Once this starts picking up steam and there's more than 2 or 3 people doing videos on this, I think I have belief that it will grow in popularity. Randomization's growing in popularity in so many different places. You're talking like Castlevania's, huge crowd. Pokemon games, even though I'm not big into the Pokemon games, huge crowd of people who love the randomization. Metroids, all the Vanias pretty much. If there's a randomization, there's videos on it, and there's people playing them and racing them and all that sort of thing. Jupiter Climb is amazing racer that plays like Area of Sorrow, Symphony of the Night. He's taken world records. Dude's amazing. Just an absolute beast in video games. If you're ever looking for somebody who's playing a really good, really well-made rando, and he's really good at it, check out Jupiter Climb. He's really good. I think he's a Twitch partner, so you'll see his videos live on Twitch, and then on YouTube you'll typically see the afterplay or the playback, whatever. Let's go. Lord of Jesus. What do we need to do? Should we try going back and doing Godot 0.02 F level? Maybe it's because I'm not letting this bar completely go through. If not, I need to go find another original output or input. Maybe that's what it is I'm doing that part of it wrong. That happens. Because they want you to completely save everything somewhere else. So I should have an extra copy saved. Just a matter of where I put it at, since I haven't had this bad of luck in a while. Yeah, maybe it's because I didn't let this thing fully randomize. Or fully process, whatever. Okay. You're just going to hang out there. Yeah, because this should be an untouched version. Yeah, see, it's from 9.17. It should be untouched. That or somewhere along the lines I've messed something up, which wouldn't surprise me either. Those are the originals. Original. And it also might be something conflicting in here where they've updated a mod and the mod is causing it to fail. That happens as well. I have new threat turned off because new threat won't allow it. New threat will override most of the randomization. You know what? I did turn this on yesterday. Let's try giving it a try with the chibi turned off. And if that doesn't work, maybe we'll start up a continue game that's in the first reactor. Question is, do I let y'all see this 20 minutes of absolute nonsense? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this up, but I'm going to post it up as a quick tutorial on how things can go wrong so that you can kind of troubleshoot yourself and try and get through it in case you run into the problem. So let's see if we can get through it this time. If we can get through it, then I'm going to stop it, start up a new video, and we'll post this one up as a troubleshooting guide of some of the issues that you might run into whenever you're randomizing. I know I've convinced at least one person from my Diablo 2 a streamer that I follows Discord to switch over or to also follow me, and he tried playing New Threat yesterday, so really liking it. So he might end up trying some rando, and if he ends up trying some rando, I'd like for them to not have to go through the same trouble that I do, or at least know how to handle it if they do. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. When you have to watch the load screen, the startup screen 6 times. Yeah. Your boy. Okay. Good news. She still got her big old head. They keep updating the mods, but they can't fix the big head. Good job, people. Still appreciate them, though. Really, the rando has me with a daggum Buster Sword? Or is it just a... Okay, yeah. This one just doesn't know how to separate. Okay, so we got a few things here. Let me just check status. Okay, we can't see what it is, but we have, it looks like 2 magic and 1, I forget what the blue ones are. I always forget the types they are. Magic. So we got haste, barrier, and escape. Okay. Let's go ahead and restart the recording, and I will see y'all in the video.